Hi, good morning everyone. おはようございます. Thank you very much for coming to this service. And thank you very much for inviting me to your Hoonko service. Hoonko service is the most important service in Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. So I'm really honored to be invited this Hoonko service. And I like Canada very much. So thank you very much. Welcome me to come to the Canada. もう本当 I really like Canada の people, very kind の people なんですね。I think, I feel. A little bit something different from the American people. American people nice too, but Canadian people really nice. Like Justin Bieber とかね。He's Canadian. I'm not sure I think he's a good guy too. ね。So you are really good ね guys. So people. Then I came here 2012. It was 6 years ago when you had Hana Matsuri. You invited me here. So I believe many people do not remember about me, but that's okay, no problems. Then last time I came here, I was in the San Mateo Buddhist Temple. I was minister. San Mateo is near San Francisco Airport. Then from 5 years ago, I was transferred to the Senshin Buddhist Temple. It's in Los Angeles. It's Akane Sensei, we talked. He liked the football, college football. So some of you know USC, 知ってますか? University of South California. Senshin Temple is very close from the USC なんですよ. Then when USC has a football game, we rent the spot for the parking space. Then we get the money. So I really thank the USC. But anyway, today, at first I was asked Aoki Sensei to talk to the Dharma school children briefly. Then later I would like to talk to the adults. Then for the Dharma school students, today Hoonko. Hoonko is the to repay the debt of gratitude to the Shinran Shonin or Amida Buddha. To show our gratitude to the Buddha, Amida Buddha, Shinran Shonin. Shinran Shonin, especially Shinran Shonin. Shinran Shonin is the founder of our denomination, Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. Because it was about 750 years ago, he passed away. Then every year, when his death day comes, January 16th, we hold this Hoonko service. Then, because of the Shinran Shonin, we are able to listen to the teaching. This teaching gives a guidance for how we are able to live peacefully in this world. So we thank the Shinran Shonin. Then, because of Shinran Shonin teaching, we are able to have this temple. So without Shinran Shonin, we are not able to have the temple, Jodo Shinshu Temple. So we thank the Shinran Shonin. Then, so many things we are able to show gratitude to the Shinran Shonin. Then, so listening to the teaching is one of the things we can show gratitude to the Shinran Shonin. Then also reciting names, recitation of names, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu. This is also the meaning to show gratitude to Shinran Shonin, most Amida Buddha and the Shinran Shonin. And not only listening to teaching or reciting the name Butsu, or one more thing, chanting sutra or chanting Shoshinge. This is also kind of praising the work of the Amida Buddha and also work of the Shinran Shonin. So chanting too. And many things we can show respect and gratitude to the Shinran Shonin. But another thing is also to something to do good, be kind to other people. This is also showing gratitude and respect to the Shinran Shonin. That is called in Japanese Hōshagyo. Hōshagyo. The practice to showing gratitude to the Shinran Shonin or Amida Buddha. But however, this be kind to other people. This style is called the pay it forward style. Maybe some of you heard of pay it forward style. Pay it forward, giving others. But we receive from Shinran Shonin. But do not give back to Shinran Shonin, but give to the other people. This is pay it forward. Pay forward. Like this temple, over 100 years. The first generation of people from Japan, they came here. Then they decided to build a temple. They need a place to listen to Jodo Shinshu teaching. But not only for themselves, but also for their children or next generation. And also for the people living in Canada who are interested in Jodo Shinshu teaching. For coming, where the place they thought we need a place to listen to the teaching. So when East people, first generation people built this temple, but they have so it's for themselves, but for the other people too. This is one of the paid for the style. So we are receiving what our predecessors did for us. Then we now receiving, because we are receiving our predecessors' spirit. Therefore, we are able to come to here. And so therefore, now we need to also think about our next generation, future people. So we need to maintain this temple. So keep supporting this temple is also can be the kind of showing respect, gratitude, Shinran Shonin. This is kind of paid for the style. And also, not only for the temple, but for in your daily life, you can be kind to other people. One paid for the style custom, it is Italia, Italy. One of the towns in Italy, they have a traditional kind of custom doing paid for them. All town people do this paid for the style. That is called the cafe espressos. Cafe espressos. Cafe, coffee is a cafe. So give coffee to other people, paid for to other people. This one, in one of the towns of Italy, people go to the cafe, but they do not pay for buying for themselves. Somebody else already paid for your coffee. Then you get the coffee. I want an espresso or something. Then, but you paid. But it's not for the paying the espresso, for your espresso. But they paid for the next person, whoever comes next to them. They paid for other people. That is paid for the style. So, whatever. Maybe they don't have the price, or they just put the money to the store. Then this is for the next person. Cafe espressos だからやって、これもね、this is paid for the style. In here, maybe Starbucks ね、you can try it. Difficult とかね、スタバでね、スタバ、Japanese we call Starbucks スタバ、ね、スタバ。If you go to Starbucks スタバ行ってね、もう pay this cafe espresso ポンと置いて、maybe somebody will continue to do that because Canadian people, good people. Okay. Anyway, so many things we are able to do for showing respect, gratitude to the Shinran Shonin. はい、じゃあ thank you very much. でいいんですかね、キッズは。はい、じゃあ now this is for the Dharma School のキッズのトークをね、I would like to ちょっと finish. Then ここでこのまま。はい。わかりました。OK。じゃあ、I'm sorry. I should continue this one. Dharma School and everybody together でしたね。I'm sorry. そしたら、OK。はい。じゃあ、for the adults の、I would like to talk about my experience. I was stung by stingray. So I'd like to talk about this. I would like to share my story. So now I'm living in Los Angeles. Then my hobby or my kind of exercise is the surfing. From my home to the ocean, about 20 minutes. So I started to surf. For one or 2 days in a week, I go to the ocean to have enjoy surfing. Then still, in Los Angeles, it's still warm. Here, about 5 degrees. Los Angeles, about 17 degrees, and 70 or 72 Fahrenheit, about maybe 15 or 17 degrees. So still, I could go to the ocean to surf. Then this happened last month. Last month, around this time, I went to the surf. Of course, I put on the wetsuits. Then otherwise it's very too cold. So then I went to surf and I enjoyed surfing about 1 hour. Then I went back to the beach to go to the my car. Then when I came to the close to the beach, then I get off from my surfboard and I hold it, and I was walking in the shallow water portion. It's like under the below my knee to the below my knee. Then I stood up and I started walking toward the beach and parking. Then when I walked several steps, I kind of felt the step to the something slippery thing, like it's slimy or something a soft thing. So at first I thought it was a wakame, seaweed. I thought I stepped seaweed, but after I stepped it, then after 2 seconds later, I felt something stinging or pricking on my feet, left foot のね、この thumb. This portion, I felt something is pricking. So at first I thought maybe I stepped to the small gravel or sand, or something small shell. I might be stepped. But after I felt this pricking, stinging, something that pain getting a little bit stronger and stronger. So therefore, maybe this is not the sand. Maybe the small crab or something. Maybe attacked my thumbs. Then after I went out from the water, I now came to the sand. Sand. Then I could see my left thumb of my left foot is bleeding. Then when I was walking to I kept walking to the parking lot. It is about about 100 meters from the beach to the parking, 100 meters. So, but when I was as I was walking, this thumb pain getting stronger and stronger, then more I started dragging my left foot. So this is something wrong. Then at that time I was start thinking, probably I was stung by the stingray. Then why I could think I got this idea. I might be stung by stingray. Was I know a person who was stung by stingray. That is kind of related to the Aoki Sensei to Joanne-san. It was 2010 かなんかにね. We went to Japan together. Aoki Sensei to Joanne-san was a kind of leader to take the Canada high school, young people, high school student, college student to Japan. Then I led to the BCA, American young people to Japan. This is a program for the youth people in North America and South America. So from Hawaii, South America, Canada, BCA, young kids, they go to the kind of so-called exchange program. They stay about 1 week in Japan. They go to the Honganji, learning where Shinran Shonin lived, where Shinran Shonin had practiced. That kind of program. Then about 2010, I was I chaperone for the BCA student. Then Aoki Sensei Joanne-san, I met them kind of first, and then we get to know each other. Then at that time, one of the young guy, he was a college student. He kind of stung by stingray, he said. But his name is Curtis. Curtis. Curtis, before we left for the Japan from San Francisco airport, everybody gathered at San Francisco airport. Then we get on the airplane and we went to Japan. Then at that time at the San Francisco airport, this Curtis a little bit dragged his 1 foot. And I was thinking why he was dragging his foot, but I did not ask anything about it at the airport. Then after 10 hours later, after we arrived in the Osaka Kansai Hoonko airport, Curtis he very much dragging his foot. It's kind of very different from where he was in the San Francisco airport. So then one of his friends told me, this Curtis, she was very bad. Then according to him, she was stung by a stingray in the San Diego. He went to the beach in San Diego 1 or 2 days before of this program starting. Then she was stung by a stingray at the beach. Then at that time, I had never heard the person who got stung by stingray. So I asked Curtis, did you dive into the ocean? But he said, no, I didn't dive into the deep ocean. I just know the stingray is a really big one. Or maybe she was diving into the deep ocean, something like that. Then stingrays kind of sting him, I thought. But he said in the, their whole stingray is kind of living in the very shallow portion of the beach. Then when she was walking the beach, she was stung by stingray. Then after he was stung by stingray, he went to a urgent care or something. Then he got some medicine. Then he thought it was kind of cured. So, so therefore he came to the this trip. But at the San Francisco airport, his pain got a little bit stronger. Then so something's wrong. Then when we arrived in Japan, his foot became really swelled, very swelled. Usually the foot is like this, but his foot becomes swelled like this. So something really wrong. Then from airport, we went to the hotel near Kyoto by the bus. So that was okay. But when we arrived in the hotel, this Curtis, he was not able to walk anymore. So therefore, other people went to the out to eat, but Curtis stayed in the hotel. Then it was already night, so we decided not to go to the hospital or clinic on that night. But in the next morning, we decided to go to the hospital near the Kyoto station. So I was kind of chaperone, so I took the Curtis to the hospital. But other people, Aoki senseis, Joan and other kids, and they went to the Honganji or the many good places. But I had to take Curtis to the hospital. But that's okay because I had to translate for him. So then, for about 1 week program, about 4 days, myself, Curtis was staying in the hospital. So then I thought Curtis was really bad luck. Then, but it became a very good experience for the Curtis because the Japanese hospital, like Canadian hospital, it's kind of good. It's not very expensive. America really expensive with paying the hospital fee. So we were in the hospital for 4 days. We went to hospital 4 days. Then so we thought about cost is over 3,000, 4,000 we may pay, but I don't have such kind of money. But we are very worried. But they charged us only the $300, and so it was really good experience. And also the nurses are really kind, like Canadian people. So very for Curtis, it was really a good experience. But I thought, I heard for the first time there's a person who was stung by stingray. It was really bad luck, but it happened to me last month. I was really bad luck person too. I was walking. I couldn't believe there was a person who stung by stingray. So then I was after I got stung by stingray, I drove to my home. While I was driving, it was really hurt. So this is very wrong. So I was thinking I had to go to the clinic. But as I said, American clinic is really expensive. So I do not want to go to clinic. I have to pay a lot. So therefore, I asked my niece. Now my niece is living in my home. She goes to the college in Los Angeles. So when I arrived home, I asked my niece, can you look up the internet how to cure the if you are stung by stingray, what I have to do? Then niece, she looked up in the internet and she said, you have to go to clinic. So, but no, then I bring me your laptop. Then I, looked up in Japanese site. So Japanese site, they said if you stung by stingray, if you soak your foot on the hot water, the stingray poison will be dissolved. So at first you have to put your foot onto the hot water for 20 or 30 minutes. Then if it is not cured, you should go to clinic. So at first I have to try, then put the hot water in the. So I asked my niece to bring the hot water. She made the hot water and put it in the bucket. By the way, my niece now she is living in the Los Angeles, but before she came to the Los Angeles, she lived in the Nova Scotia. She went to the high school over there. And because she lived in Canada, so she is very kind to me to bring the bucket. So she brought it, prepared everything. So then hot water, I put my foot on the hot water. It was then 20 or 30 minutes. My pain was gone. Then so it worked. Then my pain is gone. So now I did not go to the clinic. It takes 1 month after that, and then my foot is not swelled. So maybe it's all right. But anyway, I did not know what kind of person can get stung by stingray. There's not many people stung by stingray, so it's really rare kind of opportunity. Then I kind of remember a Buddhist parable about how rare it is, to be born into human, how rare it is to listen to the Jodo Shinshu teaching, Nembutsu teaching. Then 2,500 years ago, Shakyamuni Buddha, he once told to his disciple Ananda, Oshaka-sama, he asked Ananda, say there is one turtle in the ocean, in the deep ocean. Then this turtle cannot see. He lost his sight because he's always in the deep ocean, very dark place. But this turtle, once in 100 years, he goes up to the surface of the ocean to get the kind of sunlight, or to kind of breathe the outside of the air. Only once in 100 years he goes up. Then in this ocean, there's a kind of a board, udon board, is floating. Then this udon board, in the middle of udon board, there's a hole. There's one hole. Then when this blind turtle, once in 100 years, go up to the surface of the water, then this udon board come into floating from somewhere else. But when this turtle, just go up in the surface of the water, this board, something come, and this turtle no, このヘッドがポコッ、from the hole, ポコッ。Shakyamuni Buddha がね、Do you think that kind of thing happen? Ananda, he asked. What do you think? そしたら Ananda said, No, such thing never happened. It's really very low chances. It's never happened. Then Shakyamuni Buddha said, yes, maybe many people, most people think like that. That kind of thing never happened. However, being born as a human is more difficult than that kind of turtle, much, much difficult, he said. So therefore, you have to practice Buddhism teaching. Being born as a human is really difficult, and plus, listening to the teaching is really difficult. So you must not miss this chance to have the live your life fully. This is the story. Then sometimes we read the Sankeimun, three treasures. The hard is to be born into human life. Difficult and hard to be listening, but now we are living in it. Difficult to listen to Buddha Dharma, but now we are listening it. Then Shinran Shonin also, he also mentioned about the, we are kind of repeating this birth and death cycle many, many times, ever thinking, ever wondering, in transmigration from immeasurable kalpas, innumerable kalpas in the past. Then, but now we have a chance to listen to the Jodo Shinshu teaching that enables us to emancipate from the cycle of the birth and death. So you have to listen it. We Shinran Shonin ga very much emphasize. Then, as we think about how we are able to be born in this world, it's really difficult from the view of the scientific, medical knowledge. Like they said, to be born as a human, having a conception, very difficult. Like our seed about 100 million, 400 million seed, then only one can get into the egg. So it's really difficult to be born as the human life. Then to be born as a human is very difficult. Listening to the Buddha teaching is very difficult. It's really rare. Then even, especially our place, North America, very difficult to listen to this Jodo Shinshu teaching. In Canada, there are maybe 8 temples in all Canada. But here, luckily, our predecessors built this temple. So therefore, we are able to gather here. Then we are able to listen this Jodo Shinshu teaching. In Japan, Japan, a lot of temples. In only Jodo Shinshu temples, over 10,000 temples. The number of temples is more than the number of convenience stores. But so many chances to go. But here, only Canada, 8 ですよ. United States, BC, that's 60 temples. Really rare. You have to appreciate it. You should know it. So this temple is really special. So then, of course, templeでやっぱり listening to the teaching and recitation of Nembutsu, this is very, very important. So please keep supporting the temple and also keep coming and listening to this Buddha の Dharma ですね。はい、ちょっと長くなりました。I'm sorry. 日本語言わねえけん言うとりましたけど、ごめんなさい。ちょっともう日本語後で言いますけど、ソーシャルホールでちょっと日本語また日本の語の方がいらっしゃいましたら、僕お話一緒にしますので、僕のところによろしかったら来てくださいね。すいません、ちょっと長くなりましたが、申し訳ございません。法恩庫で念仏が大事ですよね。ご信心がまたずっとサポートしてお願いします。よろしくお願いします。では合唱お願いします。南無阿弥陀仏、南無阿弥陀仏、南無阿弥陀仏、南無阿弥陀仏。